Yo, yo, yo. What is going on, guys? What is going on, guys? Your boy Killer Kawabo. Welcome to another episode of Men Operating in Reality. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are being safe. I'm about to cam up. Hold up. Give me a second. All right. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are being safe. Again, welcome to another episode of Men Operating in Reality. All right, guys. So, this episode, I had to talk about this real quick because this is the most hilarious thing I've ever seen, and I wanted to really kind of debunk and kind of start showing statistics about this. As you can see in the title, it's the title is "Black Men Are Losers?" Question mark. And again, the reason why I made that title is because I just recently saw a video. I wanted to react to it, and I kind of wanted to break down, show the statistics of how black men are doing in the U.S. and kind of just so we can put that information out there and kind of debunked some of the stuff he's talking about. So, but before we get started, please, if you guys are new, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, so you know next time I drop. Give me 1 second. Let me switch some stuff around. But yeah, I wanted to talk about this. It was a very funny video. Is about a LGBTQ man. He was kind of talking about how black men are losers, they're not leaders, and all this type of stuff. So we're gonna show the video real quick. I want to kind of get through stuff set up, make sure everything is good. Also need to share. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I come on. I was gonna do a different video. I was gonna do a different video about purging women out your life, which we will do probably tomorrow. I promise you, I'm gonna start getting more consistent. I just got to schedule a time frame. So give me 1 second. There we go. All right. I think I am ready. All right. So, yeah, I wanted to talk about this video that I saw on Facebook today. I was going to do a whole different topic about purging women out your life or whatnot, but then I saw this video on Facebook that an LGBTQ black man is blasting black men, of course. And this is something. This is one of these women's talking points where they love to say that black men are the least educated, the most broke. You know what I'm saying? The biggest losers. They want to keep saying that. So we're gonna show this video. We're gonna react to this video, and then I want to show the statistics, the stats for black men in America, and how are they doing. All right, so give me 1 second, guys. I kind of want to. Okay, where shout out to OK, let's talk about it. He's on the way. We're gonna get OK, let's talk about it on this show, so I can't wait to get his perspective on this. Uh, because I do want to, all right, because I want to expand this. Oh, it's not. Yeah, there it is, expanding. I want to expand this because this is something that people need to see. All right, this is something that always they love to say against black men. They love to use this against us. And it's hilarious. Okay, hold on. Where is that coming from? Hold on. Oh, here it is. I'm like, what the hell? Why is this playing? Sorry. It's like another. Okay, are we back? YouTube trying to shut us down. YouTube trying to shut us down. Sorry about that, guys. It's just a lot better to get the information out to you. It's so imperative that we need to get the information so we can change the image. That's another reason why I wanted to make this video is so we can change the image of black men because the problem is they've portrayed us in media as thugs. They've portrayed us as losers. They portray us as you know what I'm saying, like terrible. And then it hurts us because that's the reason why we get killed and everything like that. Because people believe all these stuff they see on the media. The reason why these black women will say this stuff against us is because they'll be watching a lot of social media. They see they see the rappers and the athletes and stuff like that, and they think, oh, that's the life I deserve. Keyword they say deserve. All right, so we're gonna get started with this video. I gotta show you this bull. I gotta show you this bull. All right, be ready. First of all, he didn't even answer the question. He went straight to the shaming tactics. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. What did Umar? What did Umar, we're gonna go back one more time. And what did Umar ask? He didn't say nothing this derogatory towards him. What did he ask? Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna play. I want to go in on it right now. We're gonna play. We're gonna just let it play. Just let it play. I'm gonna just let it play. I'm gonna start it over one more time, man. I'm sorry, guys, but man, oh man.
let's call the thing a thing. Y'all want to be white men so fucking bad. Y'all see white men as the heads of their household, and y'all can't even get a household to be the head of. Asking women questions like, what do they bring to the table when you don't even own your table, you rent it. Hell, that's even if you do rent it because it's probably in your mama name. I mean, if we could call the thing a thing, y'all are the common denominator out of every issue that we have in the black community. Y'all are literally the root cause. Blame black women for fatherless behavior, but then fail to realize that the father is the person that you're not blaming. Y'all blame men for being gay and say, yo, you grew up without a father. Do you see how you just pointed back to the issue? Y'all blame women for having too many kids as if they made them kids by themselves. You keep pointing back to the issue. Y'all be wanting people to hold y'all down, but at the same time, if they too good at it, then they too independent. Then you want to say, oh, yeah, like, you don't need me. They kind of don't. Maybe what y'all should start considering is that maybe our community is meant to be matriarchal. But y'all just can't accept it because it doesn't fit into what the white man has told you to believe. You're trying to do everything that the white man does, but you're just trying to do it in black. It's literally the same.
Oh my gosh. Yo.
And you are the most likely to date outside of your race. Y'all are a walking contradiction and a walking joke, and it's not funny. I always want to talk about
It's very humorous, actually.
and building generational wealth, but you don't even have life insurance. Anytime you die, we got to do a damn GoFundMe. Y'all can't even die right. Y'all been trying to stick this square peg in a round hole for centuries, and it just doesn't work because you're not meant to be the head of the household. You were never meant to be. That's why the shit doesn't work.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was a funny ass video, bro. Okay, it's time that we go in on this. Let's go in on this. I want to wait till OKL get on, but god damn, boy, woo! Let's break this motherfucker down. Sheesh. Let's first of all let's start off with what Mr. Umar said. Now that's not a terrible question, is it not? That's a good question to ask somebody. What is your goals and objectives? You're trying to figure out what are their plans are with the group. What are they trying to take the group, and why would they want to push it into society? What is your goals? So we might be able to sympathize and maybe work with y'all more. That's a legitimate question. You can ask that to anybody. But he got triggered. This LGBTQ man, he got triggered because someone asked him because they don't have no goals. I'm sorry to say, they don't have no goals. What's the goal in that? Sure, you want to have fun. Maybe you want to spread love is love. That's cool. But what's the overall ending goal? The overall ending goal of being a family, man, is to create legacy, children, pass down the blood. But this guy got triggered by saying that. So let's continue what he said. We're gonna break down talking point by talking point right now.
You know what? It seems pretty bold to ask something like that, seeing as how the only thing on most straight black men's resume is audacity. Y'all are literally the least qualified out of anybody in this country to lead somebody, but y'all always want to be in the front.
First of all, that is definitely wrong. Hold on, give me a second, guys. We're gonna get OKL in the chat. Yeah, that's definitely wrong. First of all, we're actually qualified to lead because we are men. Men are more logical thinking. Men are more logical thinkers. And the good black men, who are a lot of them, there's a lot of good black men out there. They know how to lead, they know how to work, they know how to actually uh, 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 command. There's a lot of men who are married and have their own households. First of all, it's just that y'all don't congratulate them because y'all be watching the Cardi B's and stuff. Men are the ones that built the world, and when you have a good man, strong man with his good head on his shoulders, he will be able to operate and lead you as a woman. I ain't talking about this. I ain't talking about the LGBTQ man. I'm talking about a woman trying to lead a woman he be able to lead that woman to the best possible outcome. Now, am I saying that all leaders are perfect? No, sometimes leaders do lose, but that is part of leadership. You will lose sometimes, but you have to keep going. Being a leader doesn't mean being a winner all the time. Being a leader knows what you have to do to succeed. You have a vision, you have a goal, you're able to break it down, delegate responsibility. That's what you know leadership is. All right, we got my boy OKL. What's going on, man?
Yo, I'm in the building. I don't know what they was. The internet was acting dumb. It wouldn't let me get on.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's
Damn,
why I told
man.
you drop it in the chat because my Instagram wouldn't load up.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, where, man? I don't know how much of the video you seen, bruh.
I actually didn't even. I seen a little bit of it. I didn't get to see that much of it.
Okay, all right. Let me start. Let me start over for you, man, because I need you to see this. I need you to
Okay.
see this, bro.
All right.
And let me know. Let me know if you got anything to say. You can stop it.
Okay.
You know what? It seems pretty bold to ask something like that, seeing as how the only thing on most straight black men's resume is audacity. Y'all are literally the least qualified out of anybody in this country to lead somebody, but y'all always want to be in the front. But you know what? It's a special place in hell for a bitch like you that causes division amongst the entire
Press
community.
pause. Press pause. Press
Every
pause. Did he did everything a woman does? Didn't answer the question whatsoever. Did not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? At all. And then went straight to a shaming tactic. There's a special place in hell. You're last time I checked, there was a special place in hell for homosexuals.
Yeah,
Lies
for
with
real.
he who lies with mankind is an abomination.
Mm-hmm.
Cut that
And,
shit out.
and and I was saying before, man, there was nothing wrong with Omar's question. His question was, "What is your objectives?" That's a very solid question to ask anybody.
Right. And then you're a black man yourself talking about black men as if you're separate from us. You,
Right.
you're you are not qualified to lead as a homosexual, period.
Exactly. Exactly.
And then the black woman in the back, like what
Yo, yeah.
what's up with her? Like,
She co-signing this, man.
right,
Oh my gosh, that's why this is really sad to really watch because they don't realize how much they're dying alone. While we can get married because a lot of the women, the reason why we get married out so much is the women outside of our race can see our value and see they can actually have to work with a man. Black women are the only women that think they don't need us.
it's a fact.
of the black community, y'all are the least educated and the most incarcerated. Please tell me what qualifies you besides the dick between your legs to lead somebody into anything. Y'all
I'm gonna pause that real quick, and with that least educated and most incarcerated. Now I'm gonna bring up some statistics later, but I was looking at statistics, and first of all, out of all men, only like 35% of men actually like graduate from college.
Right.
We're in that, and in that percentile, we're like 15%. So we're damn near half of the men that graduate college. We're damn we're black men are like half of the statistic right there. And the
Right.
most incarcerated, with that being said, sure, black men do get incarcerated a lot. However, he forgets to add that there's racism in these motherfucking police officers. They'd be the main ones to call racism. But then
Right.
when they talk about most incarcerated, they don't realize we got stop and frisk, which is inflated because police officers harass young black men more often. They do use trumped up charges. They like to post a lot of fake assault charges to a lot of young black men. So a lot of black men get jailed, and unfortunately, it happens a lot. It's skewed our way.
Right.
So he doesn't want to add that context, but yeah, we're the most incarcerated, as if we all fucking do crime or some shit like that.
Right. Right.
It's another disingenuous talking point right here.
Hmm. I don't have a criminal record, by the way.
Right. And as for me, I've told my story before. I was part of the cops were being racist towards me, and they tried to send me to prison, but I was able to beat that. So that's why it's a disingenuous argument right there.
Hmm.
want people to breathe life into y'all necromancy because we have no more life to give. Y'all suck the life out of every fucking thing. I mean, let's call the thing a thing.
What do you
Y'all want to
mean
be
we
white
have
men
no
so
more life
fucking
to
bad.
give? Like, what he's speaking like he's a damn woman, dog.
Yeah, exactly. And they talking about we suck the life out of everything. Let's talk about the modern black woman real quick. There was just a video where a woman she ran over her boyfriend because she thought he cheated. Not only did she run over her boyfriend, she ran over an innocent bystander who was
Wow.
that wasn't even part of wasn't even part of the whole thing. On top of that, her 8 month-year-old child was in the car. So when she hit, right, she hit the dude, the car turned over, it ran over the other guy, and the car wasn't able to move. So she comes out the car, beats him up, beats the boyfriend up, and then runs away and leaves the child in the car.
She beats him up while he's on the floor, hit
Yep,
by a car.
yep. She beats him up, but he's on the ground. Then she runs away, leaving the child in the car.
Wow.
So talking about sucking the life out of everything. She literally
Wow.
messed up 3 lives over somebody thinking she cheated.
Yeah, I remember that story too. He went in the grocery store real quick and she looked through his phone, some
Mm-hmm.
shit like that.
Something like that. Talking with his sister. Something like that. So
Wow.
talk about sucking the life out of everything.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, we've been having more stories like this. The woman in L.A. who killed who annihilated a whole family because her boyfriend broke up with her. Uh, um, the countless women that have been taking out their children lately.
Abortion.
Mm-hmm.
75% of children born out of wedlock born under black women. How are we sucking the life out of that?
Right.
We don't have the
Exactly.
luxury of raising these children. Look, why? Which is why we have this homosexual speaking right now. I guarantee he wasn't raised by his father.
Oh, of course not. Of course not. Let's continue.
Bad. Y'all see white men at the heads of their household, and y'all can't even get a household to be the head of. Asking women questions like, what do they bring to the table when you don't even own your table, you rent it. Hell, that's even if you do rent it because it's probably in your mama name. I mean, if we could call the thing a thing, y'all are the common denominator.
But that part that you popping your mama name kind of tricked me a little bit because the one thing that black people have the one thing that makes us dumb is they don't realize why white people are so rich nowadays is because they leave money and every to pass down money and houses and stuff to their children. So the whole you get the guy in your mama name. So what? The mom probably left it and pass it down to him, so he could pass it down as long as you don't fuck it up. Pass it down to his children.
I'm telling you, all he doing is shaming. He has yet to answer the question one time yet.
Exactly. So and this is why we're failing as a community because they think oh you got to get out the mud. It's like no, it's about legacy and passing it down to your family so to
Hmm.
create riches. This is why white people are rich. These white people are rich off of the slave money, off of your ass. Like that's crazy. Let's continue.
Out of every issue that we have in the black community. Y'all are literally the root cause. Blame black women for fatherless behavior, but then fail to realize that the father is the person that you're not blaming. Y'all blame men for being gay and say, yo, you grew up without a father. Do you see how you just pointing back to the issue? Y'all blame women for having too many kids as if they made them kids by themselves. You keep pointing back to the issue.
Let me talk about the whole fatherless thing. They don't realize that women we have that statistic where 80% of women they divorce their husbands. So they literally kick the husband out the household. And when the father tries to be there, they love to use the child as a bargaining chip. Or you taking all his money from him.
No, that's a fact. And then I don't know what he's. I just don't understand his logic here. You keep going back to the problem, fatherless households. But 2 minutes ago, you just said we're the root of the problem. No one should submit to us. We don't own our houses. Basically, you're
Mm-hmm.
just trying to paint us as bums. So
Exactly.
like no one is. I guess you're trying to say that no one picks us because we're not strong enough. But in another sentence, you're trying to make it seem like we dominate the households and we just don't want to be there and we intentionally leave. Like Killer just said it, bro. Like most black men want to be in the household, but they get put on child support, and these kids are being used as bargaining chips. So these
Mm-hmm.
men are they're getting visitation instead of being able to take care of the child. The woman is calling, blowing up these men's phone, like, "Where my baby at? I told you can only
Mm-hmm.
have him for only 2 days. This and that. I'm gonna call the police. This and that, whatever." My brother brought his daughter and his son to my mom's house in Tampa, and he lived in Fort Lauderdale. He got into an argument with his girl, and she
Mm.
called the police and told the police her baby was kidnapped. So if my mom didn't give up her grandchildren, she would have been charged for kidnapping.
Wow, that's crazy.
So miss me with the black men are the issue. Black men are not the issue in the household. 75% of children are born out of wedlock.
Mm-hmm.
Most black women are they have multiple baby fathers.
Exactly.
All right, we're not the problem. And then don't say it's a two-way street. Women control access to sex, so they're allowing
Mm-hmm.
these men to have sex with them. I get what
Mm-hmm.
you mean. Oh, the guy, it takes two to tango, but it takes 9 months for that woman to have a baby and make a decision. Not even 9 months, a couple months. So after she gets nutted in, we don't have control of what she does.
Exactly.
His point is asinine, bro.
Again, he's just using that as a talking point to shame us. Because, like you say, he didn't even answer the question. He's just
Not
using
one
that
time
talking
yet.
point not one time. Let's
Mhm.
continue.
Y'all be wanting people to hold y'all down, but at the same time, it makes you good at it and that you independent. Then you want to say, oh, yeah, like you don't need me. They kind of don't. Maybe what y'all should start considering is that maybe our community is meant to be matriarchal. But y'all just can't accept it because it doesn't fit into what the white man has told you to believe. You're trying to do everything that the white man does, but you're just trying to do it in.
Ain't that funny? They talking
Wow.
about. Ain't that funny talking about? Oh, you trying to do what the white man does? Yet they celebrating a black Ariel. They
That's
celebrating a black
crazy.
Little Mermaid. But if we want to do what the white man does, huh?
And then he goes to say maybe they don't need y'all. So the black they don't need us. The black woman doesn't need us. That's
Hey,
what he
and
said.
if they don't need us, that's fine. We'll go someplace else where we are needed, and
But
that's why black women are dying
but
alone.
these same black women that don't need us are having children out of wedlock. I remember a video of a black woman saying that she would rather die in the streets uh, than to let get help from the father, from the baby father. So these black women that don't need us, you homosexual, these black women that don't need us are having children without the fathers because they don't need us. How
Hmm.
then do you point the finger at the black man for that?
Exactly,
He just tied his tongue just now.
bro. They contradict themselves when they use shaming language. They always contradict themselves.
And black. It's literally the same shit. I mean, y'all are the most homophobic, the most misogynistic, the most transphobic, the most colorist, the most texturist. Like,
Oh, but ain't
Most
the funny
transphobic, colorist, all that.
the ironic
Okay.
thing is who the main one that be calling black men gay whenever we
Black
want to say
women.
something about about black women.
It's giving homosexuality. Just say
Mm-hmm.
you like men. Like yeah, they
Mm-hmm.
got all types of shaming tactics. Guarantee this black woman will get in an argument with a black man and call him gay, but she's agreeing with a gay man right now.
Right, exactly. Oh man, let's continue.
the most xenophobic. And you are the most likely to date outside of your race. Y'all are a walking contradiction and a walking joke, and it's not funny. I always want to talk about breaking generational curses and building generational wealth, but you don't even have life insurance. Anytime you die, we got to do a damn GoFundMe. Y'all can't even die right. Y'all been trying to stick this square peg in a round hole for centuries, and it just doesn't work because you're not meant to be the head of the household. You were never meant to be. That's why the shit doesn't work.
It don't work because we're not meant to be the head of the house. All right, cool. So let's step back. Let y'all homosexuals and let y'all black women
Hmm.
you do y'all thing. Y'all got it.
Exactly. It's so crazy. They get mad at us for not being there, and then when then they're talking about, oh, they don't need us. Okay, cool. We'll let you do your thing. Well, where you going? Oh, why would you do this? Why'd you do that? Like,
And then as soon as you get people like the passport bros, then they still find ways to shame them.
yep.
Oh, y'all think y'all just finna go out of state? No, y'all got child support. Y'all still got to pay child support.
Hmm.
We can't
They
do nothing. We can't do anything without them trying to shame us. And I mean that. I mean
exactly.
that.
We really can't, bro. And we have videos and videos of evidence that shows that they shaming us at every turn. When we say they don't need us, okay, cool. We're gonna leave y'all alone. Oh, passport. You can't get no passport.
We could get
Oh,
passports too. We could get passports too.
right, exactly. So, oh, okay, we're gonna date outside of race because y'all say you don't need us. We're not good fathers. This white woman thinks I'm a good man. I'm a good father. Oh you dating outside your race. You disrespecting black women. Like, damn, we can't win with nothing. And then when we are with them, we have to make six figures. If we don't have six figures, oh, we can't support the household.
Exactly.
You can't do nothing
AKA,
with it.
AKA, you can't support her.
Hmm.
Food be in the fridge, bills paid, and all that. But she just wants more.
Exactly. She don't want to go to. She don't want to have to go to work. She wants to take. She wants to be like, oh hey honey, let's go to Dubai real quick. Let's pack your bags. She wants luxury.
Let's
She
go to
don't want
Cuba.
comfortable. Hmm.
Let's go on a yacht.
She want
That's when, and then that's when they get the thrill to say, you know what, he can't do it for me. I'm going on my girls' night out, but really they
Yep.
got invited to yacht parties. They can't run away from this lifestyle, and we don't want them to have this lifestyle. But it's a
Hmm.
problem if we voice it. They start shaming us. And again, not one time did that homosexual answer the question.
Not one time. He just went to the shaming language. All right. So to continue, we're gonna start showing some statistics of black men. Well, this for this statistic right here is showing like the I wanted to show the household compared to male and female and married
Okay.
couples as well. This is also this is not just black men. But this is just. But I'm gonna show the black men statistics after. But for right now, I just want to show the household of why we kind of in this little, I guess you could say, divide in terms of household nowadays. So as you can see right here, because this is from the U.S. This was from the U.S. Census from for 2 years, 2020 and 2021. So as you can see right here from the number, this is for the people that actually did the census, and you can see the estimate right here. The actual the amounts for the income and whatnot for each of the household. So as you see in the family household, around 80,000. They did the census right here. You see the estimate as a 90 as in a man and woman working a job, doing what they got to do. They made about like 90,000, give or take. As you see the margin of error, they said give or take about 800, 900, 1,000 dollars or whatnot, and that's for the year 2020. And that's the family household. So it's probably add on like children as well. And maybe if the children like the if the teen children, the teens have a job and able to contribute or whatnot.
Hmm.
So you see married couples, around 60,000 married couples. They did the census in 2020. Their estimate is around over 100,000 as in married couples, and with a margin of error around 800. And this is married couples. Now we're going down here when we're going to single parent households or single married households. As a female householder, around 15,000 did the census. You see the estimate around 51,000, give or take 1,500. But as you see in the male's household, no spouse present, only 6,000 did the census. However, you see the estimate around 70,000, give or take 2,500.
Mm.
So you see how even with the less of the men around the year 2020. Now we can check 2021 real quick after a little bit. But as you can see right here, in the year 2020, with only 7,000 men doing the census, we still made over 20,000 more than women, single women
Right.
that
And,
year in 2020.
and that's to say the average black man is actually single with no spouse, no kids, is
Hmm.
doing better than the average female single, no spouse, no kids.
Right,
So we're
right.
actually doing better than these divas. If you really want to do the numbers,
Exactly.
I've been with saying this shit too, but Kim Kawabo he breaking it down with his stats right now.
Yeah. Now what we're talking about is all races. So it's just male and female, all of them. So this right here, non-family households, as you can see.
No, but it's with the black people too, though.
Yeah, right. It's black people too. So it's all this is everybody male. So all races, male and female. So I actually wanted to break down all races. So just to break down how now, because modern women like to say they're doing better than men, making more than men or whatever.
Hmm.
So we're breaking this is in this year 2020. Like again, it could have changed in 2021. We can check 2021 real quick. This is single mothers and single fathers right here. So in 2020, around 15,000 single mothers did the census, and around 7,200 single fathers. So a little bit more than in 2020 and 2021, and it's still about the same estimate, give or take. Now the estimate, the margin of error is around 900. This one's about 1,000. It's still a little bit more. Men looks like actually made more money in 2021. As you can see, a single men, it was about 70,478. Men made over $100 more, 70,525. While single mothers over here made 51,554, but they went down $400, $51,168 in the year 2021. Now, obviously, we know we had the pandemic, so you got to account for that. However, this is just the average. This is just how I guess when people was able to work or whatnot. As you can see, single mother was actually doing a little bit worse, while single fathers actually increased.
Right.
So that's it with the single. This is just when the single people over here, non-family households, 23,000 in 2020, women 37,000, single men, about 21,000 did the census. As you can see, 49,000. So around the average type of man made more in 2020 than the average woman. Now let's see in 2021, we have 24,000 women, so a little bit more women that did the census, and 22,000 men, so over 1,000 more did the census than 2021. As you can see, modern women actually went down $2,000. Men, well, it looks like we went down, but we only went down around $200. As you can see, about a margin error about 800, a margin error for us around 1,000. So even when we went down, we only went down just by a little bit, while modern women went down over $2,000. Now I just wanted to show that statistic right there, for everybody in the U.S. or whatnot. Now we're going to show the black statistics. As you can see, I'm on the website that Kevin Samuels used to talk about, blackdemographics.com. And I always just hear him say that, but I was like, I've never checked it out. I was like, you know what? Let me check it out this time. So we can actually see what he was talking about.
I knew about this before he said it too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's not the first. Yeah, he just used it a lot, but I've been knowing about this.
Okay, nice. All right, cool. So now this is gonna show the population at a glance. Like you see, black males out of all males, these all men around 161 million. There's 21 million black men. So as you can see, total percent compared to females, about 48%. That's very interesting.
Yeah, it's
So
about 2 million more.
Yeah, about 2 million more. So let's look at the education attainment for black men age 25 and older. Attended college. Around 50% of black men attended college out of all men, which is 60%. So damn near all men that attended college are black men. So that would mean only 10% of men, all men go to college or attended college, I should say. But out of all men, 50% of men attended college. So at least we have some education, even if we don't have a degree. Now let's look at bachelor's degree or higher. Now out of black men, we make about 19% of black men that go to college at 50%, they actually get their bachelor's degree and higher. Out of all men, which is 32%. So we're a little bit over all men that actually get their degrees.
Right.
And now we're going to talk about here less than high school diploma. Well, I guess we overlap that part out of all men because all men is 12%, and out of us black men we're 15%. So out of all men, 15% of men, or we did less than high school, or I guess we dropped. I guess it's saying we dropped out, or yeah, let's somebody said we dropped out of school. 50% of black men dropped out of school. But again, as you can see, between all men, which is 32% that graduate, get their bachelor's degree, 19% of black men. So we're more than half of all men that actually get degrees. So to say that black men are the least educated men out of all men, that's actually inaccurate because we're the most actually by this statistic. We're actually the most educated compared to all men.
Okay.
So yeah, as you see right here, it shows the actual breakdown. Less than high school, 15%, 35% out of all men, 28% that have high school. Some college out of all men, 23%. So we actually, out of all men, we actually have at least some college, even if no degree. So it's showing that. So out of all this, it's showing that out of all men, like most men who are actually educated are black men, who are the most educated out of all men. Bachelor's degree, 12% out of 20. So that means so out of this statistic, we're about 8% more of men altogether of all men. So we actually more get the bachelor's degree more. And out of 12% of all men, 7% we actually graduate with a professional degree. So it's showing that we're more educated than the actual all men. We're the most educated out of all men. So that breaks down that argument right there. Now let's look at employment. Out of ages 16 to 64, out of all men, we're at 80% that actually work. Black men, 69%. So who are in the labor force. Percent of labor force who are employed. Oh, looks like we lost. Okay, we're going to continue. Percent of labor force that are employed. Out of 94% of all men, 89% are employed. Now, looks like below the poverty level, it does look like we are more in the poverty level, but it doesn't indicate what does that mean exactly. It doesn't mean we're like, we don't have money, or does that mean that we're actually homeless? But it seems that we are in the more percentile of all men. 12%, we're at 21%. All right. So worked full-time year-round. As you can see, out of all men, 47%, 37 of black men have worked full-time year-round. The median income. Now, looks like, so 52% out of all men, all men make about 52,000. It's like black men averagely make about 41,000. It's very interesting. So about an average black man, 41,000, which is not that bad. But tell that to a modern black woman, she would love to say that's nothing. A black man got to make 6 figures. Oh man. Now, okay, it looks like earnings part-time. We're about a good out of all men, we just about overtake the part-time. We do a lot of black men do part-time work, which is that makes about sense. A lot of black men are able to get part-time work or maybe work multiple jobs as well. No earnings all year. It looks like out of all men, however, this is when we need to expand upon. Looks like 41% of black men had no earnings all year. All right, 30% of men. One to 99 are lost. Looks like 2% of all men, 3% of black men, around 10,000 to 1,900. About 20,000 out of all men, 12% of black men make this amount. 20,000. So we're make the most. It looks like the numbers come down the more we grow. So we definitely need to, out of all men, about 75,000 more, about 13% of black men actually make 75,000 or more. So when they say about 10% of black men actually make that amount, it's about 7,500. They didn't even say about 100,000. This is employment, earnings and employment. White collar, 41% of black men work white collar jobs. Blue collar, 36. Service occupations, 23. It shows where the black men with jobs. However, black women don't want black men. Black women don't want black men with jobs, unfortunately. Now let's talk about the relationships with black men, because um, black women, they love to say that we going around popping babies, marrying, being in bad relationships, yada 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 yada. All right, looks like wow, we are the most divorced. Jesus. Out of all men, which is 10% of men, we are the most divorced. Oh man, that is sad to see. 3% of us are separated more than all men, and 3% of us are widowed. Currently married, we are less married than all men. But it looks like we're the most, well, it looks like we're the most married actually. But never married, about 52% are never married. 37 out of all men, which is 37% who are never married. Now look at this. They love to say that we date outside our race. But as you can see, 85% of 85% of black men have a black wife. 9% of black men, the black men that have a white spouse is 9%. Yes, we probably date most the outsider race, most white women, but we date black women more. Hispanic spouse, 3%, any other race, 3%. And this is black marriages in 2017. Look at this. Black men more likely to be married than white men. Now look at this statistic right here. And so to say that we want to be like white men, it's more like to be the other way around. They want to be like us. By the year 2010, we are 25% more married than a white man. Now, unfortunately, while this was 10 years ago, it's become a detriment to get married nowadays as a black man. A detriment. I said on the war on drugs. Looks like this is the bottom of the page. All right, guys. I'm gonna end the stream here. as you can see, we debunked most of the things that guy was talking about. Unfortunately, that's just something they're gonna keep telling, keep spreading that lie. They're gonna keep spreading and keep hurting black men. Unfortunately, however, us black men, we have to fight for our image. Fight for your image. This is why I had to show this is the stats about how black men are doing, because we have to fight for our image, guys. You guys be safe. If you guys didn't, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know next time I drop. All right, you guys be safe. I will talk with y'all soon. Peace.